Oh, hey everyone, Laura Cameron-Stedman here. I'm being a bit quiet because my husband's sleeping right now, so I'm just gonna, hopefully you can hear me. What I want to talk to you today about is all the things that self-sabotage, all the things that keep us from actually putting ourselves out there, that we believe that are totally not true. So, I am the freaking queen of self-sabotage. The queen. I should have a crown. I should have a scepter of some sort. I'm not sure what it would be, but it's going to be something that it has a game on it of some sort that I can play with that will distract me from doing what I should be doing. But it's not about even should be doing. The reason we're distracting ourselves is because we are not accepting ourselves for the way we are. We don't have self-love, self-acceptance. And when we do have those things, and I'm not talking about the idea that everybody else needs to accept us. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the one that people, that some people kind of go, you know, I love myself, therefore you must love me too. Pfft, nobody does have to. Nobody. And it doesn't matter though when you actually do accept yourself. When you actually do accept yourself, then you can do like this, where you're going on a rant on a freaking video, and it's okay because it's you. And it doesn't matter if somebody else likes it. What this is going to do when you can be yourself is you're going to bring the people that are attracted to you. And that's what you want. That's what you really, really want. Because those are the people who you're going to want to work with. The people who see you, the people who align with you are going to be your best clients. They're going to be the people who really want to work with you and who you have a fantastic relationship with, because they can see who you are and they understand who you are and they know that they, you know, want to work with you. So, self-sabotage. What are some of the things? This is the things that have kept me from putting stuff out there. You have to write notes so that you know what you're going to talk about. You have to be very specific. You have to be very left brain, point form, so that it's really makes, you know, goes from A to Z, you know, gets all the points in, all that stuff. No, don't have to. You can do whatever you want. You do not have to do that. And I'm going to ask you this too. How many things have you watched where people aren't doing that? Freaking tons. And it's okay. You want somebody that you can align with. So if you're watching somebody who has everything perfect, and you know that's not going to be you, that you are, I mean, I have tried that. I tried writing notes. I tried writing a whole freaking, like, like writing out every single word I was going to do, and then you just end up reading it and it's really fake and shitty. So don't do that. There's no emotion in that. There's no passion in that. So what you need to do is be okay with who you really are. That is the key to stopping self-sabotage. Isn't that why we do it? We're afraid. What are we afraid of? We're afraid that people won't accept us. We're afraid that we're going to get haters. That's a big one. I shouldn't make fun of it, but I'm going to let you in on a little secret about haters, and this is going to blow your mind. Blew my mind when I really finally figured it out. Haters are people who, and you might fit into some of these, you know, you might fit into, but some of the stuff might resonate with you. People who are afraid to put themselves out there, because they have some sort of, there's a martyr thing going on, a victim thing going on. So if you actually get yourself out there, you're not going to be a victim or a martyr anymore. And I'm not saying that in a you shouldn't be a victim or a martyr and it's really bad and all that stuff. There's reasons why you're doing that. It's safety. There's a safety issue there. You're safer in that situation than you would be in other situations, according to your subconscious mind. So when you're doing that, when you're doing the victim martyr thing, it's to keep you from doing, something that might put you in danger. And that's what all of these things that we're doing, the action or the non-action, that's what we're doing. We're just protecting ourselves. So that's what you need to know. So we're protecting ourselves from other people's comments, from other people's opinions, from not getting approval from other people. And the reason we do this is because we don't have self-approval. And you can say you have self-approval all you want. You can say that you have self-love and that you accept yourself and all that kind of stuff all you want. But if you actually aren't putting yourself out there fully, if you're not actually being yourself out there, if you filter what you say because you're worried that it's either not going to be, your ideal client isn't going to like what you have to say, or you soften it up because you're worried that people are going to take offense to what you have to say, or any of those things, that means that you're not accepting yourself fully. You're not accepting your ideas. You're not accepting that you are a person that things come through, that you have these ideas and you have this message for a reason. And I'm not really a spiritual person, but I do think that there is that we have things that come through us. But when I say spiritual, I'm just like not. I believe there's something. I don't know whether stuff comes from inside us or from that thing. People kind of understand it a little bit better when you say from, it's coming from somewhere else. But that's the thing. We want everything. We want blame for our life. We want the good things in our life. We want all that stuff to be coming from somewhere outside of us. And that is such a huge thing to realize. So self-sabotage. So some of the other things. Well, that's the main thing. So you just don't accept yourself as you are in your message, and you don't accept that it's okay to have a long pause. Like things like that. You don't accept that you can talk about something completely unrelated for a while. You don't accept that you can, even if you don't know what you're going to talk about, if you don't let yourself be on camera and just like talk about something until that stuff comes out, until that you make that connection with your actual inner stuff. Because sometimes it takes some time to get to that spot. I believe you should be in alignment before you sit down and start creating something. So whatever that means, part of that could be sitting down, making a video, getting in alignment while you're doing it, getting in alignment with the thoughts that you like, with the passion that you feel about what you're talking about. And okay, here's another one. Reason why we self-sabotage. You think you have to be the expert. You think that you are only here to teach somebody something that you are an expert at. Nope, don't have to be. Don't have to be at all. People are coming to you because of you, and that's it. There are lots of people that we listen to that aren't experts. Hell, we listen to other people who aren't even who have shitty lives, that are not successful at all. Those are the people in our real life. How many people have told you that you should be doing this or you should be doing that? And they're trying to tell you how to run your business, and they don't even have a business. Or they're trying to tell you how you should be using your money, and they're broke. We listen to those people all the time. So you don't have to be an expert in order to help people. You just have to be a little bit further ahead than they are. And sometimes that isn't even the case. Sometimes it could be I'm working through this stuff right now and I'm learning. Learn with me. Could be that too. And so you don't have to worry about that at all. So that's another reason why we self-sabotage. And those are the things that, when you talk about things like that, they're like, yeah, well, people then say, well, you're not an expert. Again, self-acceptance. Yep, you know what? I'm learning this stuff as I go, but I have a lot to share, and I have a lot. I can help people a lot with what I do know. So, expert. Oh, that you have to be a bazillionaire in order to, in order to put your message out there. Well, guess what? If you haven't put your message out there yet, you're not going to be a bazillionaire yet, are you? So, and everybody started somewhere. So, you don't have to say, I've made $1 million doing this. You should do it too. I mean, it's going to help. More people will follow you, because that's what people follow, is the money. And if you can tell them that they will, if they do the things that you do, they'll make more money, and show them that you have that money, more people will follow you. But some people will follow you anyway, because of you, because of the message you have, because of you, the personality that you have. All right, another reason why self-sabotage, that leads on to another one. Somebody's already doing this. I can't put my stuff out there to look like I'm copying them. You're not copying them. Everybody got all of their ideas from everybody. Now, there is a caveat on this. So you're not, taking people's copy, or, dressing exactly like them, or taking their brand colors, or you know what I mean? But when we think about it like this, if you wanted to start up a burger shop, there's lots of burger shops out there. And that would be like saying, McDonald's already exists, so I'm not going to start my own burger restaurant. That's what you're saying. Don't use a bright yellow and red M for your logo. You know what I mean? Don't have McNuggets. You can still have chicken nuggets, just can't call them that. You can have everything on their menu if you wanted to. Just don't put any MCs in front of anything. And don't, make it red and yellow, and have nicer furniture. I don't know. You can still have a burger shop, just because there's another burger shop, you can still have one. That's what I'm saying, though. If you have the same ideas, how many people are coaches? This is who this is for, really. People who are doing service-based businesses, coaches, people like that. Now, how many people have trained in NLP? 5 bazillion. I know I say zillion for things. A lot of people are trained in NLP. A lot of people are life coaches. A lot of people have taken the exact same courses with the exact same books, the exact same instructors at the exact same schools. But they're all different people. And you can't be like, well, Jody, who was in my class, has a website now, and she's a coach, so I can't be a coach too. Whatever, you just train for that. So that's what people, though, it stops us from doing this stuff. It stops us. But mainly, though, is that you don't accept yourself for who you are. And so you filter. This is one thing we do as well. We filter the stuff that we put out there, because we don't accept who we really are. We don't want anybody to see who we really are. So we filter that crap. We make it about ideal clients. So we filter the stuff that we're saying to appease them, or to, hopefully get those, people to come in. But we don't even know who they are, or what they're like, or who they're like. We don't know if they like somebody who's loud and obnoxious, or somebody who's quiet, or somebody who's a nerd, or somebody who, just because people are have online businesses, that doesn't mean they're a specific type of person. Yes, do your research, but don't let your brand, don't let what you say, don't let the energy that you do things with, or those sorts of things, be dictated by anything except for who you actually really are. That's what's going to get people to come to you, and you'll make you completely different from all of the thousands of other people who are doing the exact same thing that you are doing. Just you. So stop trying to fit in. And this is really for the people who, like me, didn't fit in at all when you were, in your life. Realizing that is okay, and it's actually really cool, because being online means that you have access to so many more people. And just because in your group that you were in, maybe when you were growing up and stuff, you were like the weirdo, you're just basing that on the people that you were around, and that's only a very small amount of people. So now that we have a huge amount of people, there's going to be so many more people who are just like you, or who are attracted to you, or who align with you, or who align with your message, and who are having the same kind of troubles, who are just waiting for somebody who understands them to come along, and that's you. So get at it. All right. Oh yeah, I did write a couple things down just in case. Here's another myth. You have to look a specific way, or in order to put anything online, you have to put your makeup on, do your hair. I actually did put makeup on and do my hair. Oh yeah, and that you can't have guitar necks sticking up to the top of your head if you're going to make videos. That's another self-sabotage thing. That's a lie. Look, I do have one sticking out my head and I'm making a video. Look, that's all that really matters, isn't it? It is a nice guitar though. All right, so here is the thing that I will say about making and putting makeup on, doing your hair, or any of those kinds of things, how you present yourself. It has nothing to do with the people who are going to watch this. Nothing. It has everything to do with you. And what do I mean? I mean, how can you make yourself feel the way that you need to feel? Confident, excited, passionate, like you are a business owner. And I'm not talking about you see other business owners and they dress a specific way, so you're going to copy them and dress that way too. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about I want to feel this specific way. I want to feel like I can put my true self out there. So I'm going to dress in a way that makes me feel like that. Like I'm going to dress in a way that where I'm confident, where I am, feeling the self-love, desirability. This is part of that. And when I say desirability, I don't mean desirable to other people. I mean you feel desirable to you. Like you feel confident, you feel amazing, you feel like you could walk into any room no matter who's in it, CEO, superstar, rock star, whoever, and you would be totally fine because you feel that good about yourself. You have complete self-acceptance, complete self-love, you look good, you feel good to yourself. And so if you think about other people, you think about people who look differently than you do, like they're more punk than you, or they're more whatever nerdy than you, or they're whatever. Like you see those things and you're just like, that's them, that's who they are. But it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be like a caricature of something. Just dress in a way that makes you feel fantastic. And there are ways you can do that without breaking the bank. I want to show you this shirt. I love it. I wear a lot of like midi length skirts. I love the like this one is a blue one, and it's a pleated skirt down, midi length. I love that. I went to France and there are so many women walking around wearing like either a dress with little sneakers on, and I always was like, I can't wear sneakers with a dress. I can't wear shoes like that with a dress. I have to wear heels. But I've hurt my back. And so when I went, and I was feeling kind of like, I felt kind of crappy. So here's a really good tip. This is a fantastic tip. Do not try to change yourself to look like other people. Find other people that look the way you want to look and that do it well and feel great, and you can see that they do, right? So I went to France, and this was completely an accident, but because we were doing a lot of walking, and I was like, I'm not wearing heels walking around Paris. Like we walk like 20 k's a day, so I'm like, I'm not wearing freaking like, seriously, I'm wearing like little like walking shoes, and then So I was not wearing dresses because I was like, I can't wear a dress and walking shoes. Then I went to walk around Paris and I'm like, everybody wears walking shoes and freaking dresses. This is amazing. And I went from feeling like, oh, I don't really like that, to, man, I'm wearing this. I wear it now in Sydney. I wear walking shoes and dresses and I feel great. And I'm like, nobody else is doing it, but I feel fantastic because I found sometimes that's what you need to do, especially in the beginning when you don't have self-acceptance and you need to look for other people who are doing the thing. You need to look for other, this is what I've done. I check out so many different people and I've found so many different people that embrace these ideas. So people that will go on and do a web stream, a live stream without planning anything and just be like, well, that's all right, that's how it goes. But I'm intrigued and I watch and I listen and I learn so much stuff and it's freaking amazing. I love it. And I went, well, I can do that too. I've had so much trouble, because I thought you had to plan everything. I thought you had to write everything out. I thought you had to, because all the people who do that say you have to do that. You don't have to do it. Anything. You don't have to do it the way anyone else says to do it. What you need to do is go, it's okay for me to put myself out there as myself. If writing stuff, I write a lot, but if writing stuff in point form and putting that on your blog, do it. People will love that. People who like point form stuff will love that. So do it. Just do whatever it is that makes you feel like, without going, I have to do it like the other person does it. Think about yourself. What's the easiest, best way for you to create content, to put yourself out there with the least amount of work, with the just put it out there. Just write something and just put it out there, or video something and put it out there. Get in alignment first and then get on typing, video, whatever it is, and then just publish. And that's it. Worry about all the social media stuff, worry about the thumbnails, worry about all that other stuff. All right, maybe do a thumbnail, but do the most you can to not edit. That's my challenge for you. And for people who are who do a lot of self-sabotage, that's a hard one, because it's it's not perfect. Nope, it's sure not, but just do it anyway. All right, my name's Laura Cameron-Stedman. Hope you enjoyed that. Come to my website, lauracameronstedman.com. I'm working on a course called Step Into Your Future Self Now, where, and this is part of this as well, where you see yourself successful, being yourself fully, and you take that you from the future and you start being that person right now in your content, in your offerings, in all the stuff that you do. How are you getting to that? But it's you, but you know what I mean? Yes, step into your future self now. Look out for it, it's coming. And come onto my website. There's stuff, there's freebies, there's lots of good stuff. I'll see you there. All right, bye. Okay, so I just watched back my video and I realized that I totally was talking about haters, and I forgot to finish the thing. Yeah, well, that's all right. I'll just enter this in here. So what I'm talking about is this. One of the reasons that people look for other people to make hateful comments on their thing is because they don't want to, look what I was saying, the victim thing. How do I explain this properly? All right. If you're giving somebody a solution that if they had the solution and they actually used the solution and it actually worked, then they wouldn't be a victim or a martyr anymore. But they're keeping themselves safe by being the victim or the martyr. That's what I'm saying. So when somebody says, for example, you shouldn't be charging for your courses, you're being a jerk, you should just be, giving them out for free. They are like, here's my question for you. Why are they not going and finding somebody who actually resonates with them more? Somebody who is giving it out for free. Somebody, or if you have free stuff on your website, why are they not using that? So if they're not even looking at your free stuff and they are complaining that you're too expensive, that cost is now becoming the reason why they are not getting the result that they want. When in reality they're actually looking for that reason. And we do that too. We all do that, right? Like, there's a reason why we're protecting ourselves, and if we can find the most amount of reasons why we're not doing something, then it seems like that, we're using exterior things. We're using exterior reasons why we're not getting the things that we want, when really we just haven't done the mindset work, and we don't accept ourselves, and we don't have self-belief. We're scared to put ourselves out there. So in order to protect ourselves from that, we, make somebody else the reason why we're not putting ourselves out there. Simple. Holy cow, my stomach just growled really loud. I don't know if you could hear that. Oh, it's 1:45. That's good. My husband's getting an extra couple. He woke up early at 11 and I was like, get back to bed. All right, so that's what I was talking about. So when you do have people that are saying nasty things about, what you're doing, they're not agreeing with what you're saying, just think about it this way. They could be off finding somebody who does say what they want to hear. There's tons of people out there. If they want to hear, a specific message, there's going to be 1,000 people who are saying that specific message, and they are very welcome to go and listen to them, or buy their product, or do those things. They're very welcome to do free stuff that you have. They're very welcome to listen to your videos and follow along and do the things that they that you've suggested. If they're not doing that, or if they're just trying to find people who they can say, you're the reason why I'm failing, instead of finding people who will help them succeed. There is a reason for that. So let's just think about that. That's one thing you can just tell them. Obviously this isn't the right message for you. Go find somebody you align with and actually improve your life. That's it. Oh yeah, and the free thing, I had this conversation with my husband the other day. If people are complaining because you are charging too much money and you have free stuff and lesser expensive courses or whatever on your website, and they're not doing them, and they think you should drop your prices to allow them to do the more expensive courses, then if they don't value your lesser expensive things or your free stuff, then if they actually wanted to change, if they actually wanted to follow your advice, they would have already done that stuff. They would have gone, cool, free stuff, I'm going to do all this stuff and I'm going to improve. I've used lots of people's free stuff, and I do the free stuff before I buy a program from them, which is great. So I know what kind of person they are. I know what to expect. So if they're not doing that free stuff and they're just complaining, they're actually not looking for you to give them free stuff. They're just looking for somebody to blame for them not being committed to what they're doing. What do? That's a good way to think of it when you're worried, when that's something that you're worried about, that holds you back because you're worried about what people will say. All right, I got to insert this into the video somewhere. How the hell am I going to do that? Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to do it at the end. I don't want to mess up the vibe. All right, good stuff. All right, everyone, talk to you later. Don't forget, step into your future self now. You can bring that back. That person, you can bring her back to now and start being her. It's freaking amazing. I just like, yeah, freaking amazing. All right. See ya.